Dear my channel viewer, welcome to my 2010 debut MA channel. Yesterday night, I already uploaded one video in regard to the damage stability. But I used as a sample package is MB Rubima freshly. Unfortunately, this video could not be uploaded. So therefore, I study another damage ship. But one day, very surprised, when I found this MB Jupiter, she sank in 2015, 2nd January, loaded bauxite in Malaysia and Vietnam coast. Suddenly, the ship was listing to the 45 degree and then capsizing. Only 2 crew can survive, but master is finally he cannot survive. I just studied the case. She loaded bauxite cargo 4,600, about 4,600, 46,000 the bauxite. According to the IMF code, the bauxite is the cruise sea cargo. But like this began, suddenly the cargo liquefaction heavy list and suddenly capsized. But up to date IMO publication, IMF is already amended. The bauxite is in Group A. But the most within my study scope is I'm very sad about for this MV Jupiter. Because she is suffering, there is not damage stability. During her intake condition, she had to suddenly encounter heavy list. So the experts, the finding the solution is, so new terms I find the dynamic separation. This one is where the cargo is liquefaction and vibration. So the slurry water is top up and mixed with the fine particle. And then that time is this very adverse weather warning also every Park Jupiter was received. So allow me only within my scope, I imagine this process, the calculation is combined to give a method of calculation by my section angle list. Go. If a mass already about move transversely, this is a major limiting factor. The theory assumes GM is constant. The meter center does not move. How wonder? This is only valid up to the this angle, small angle such as 10 up to 10 degrees. This angle above 10 degrees will be discussed later. If the center of gravity move off the center line of the vessel due to mass being moved transversely, then the overall center of gravity of the vessel will move off the center line of the vessel. In this condition, MV back Jupiter will have a non-zero TCG value, meaning that the center of gravity will no longer line up with the center of buoyancy. This will result, surely, there would be result come out the torque trying to incline the vessel over, known as a listing moment. The vessel will incline over until the center of buoyancy is again directly under the center of gravity. In this condition, we can set to have an angle of release. As you see, I just drawing a right angle triangle. The geometry of the meta center and TCG means the transverse center of gravity, can be used to determine the angle of release. The line between B and M, or the center of the vessel, we can form a right angle triangle. The tip of the triangle between the center line of the ship and the vertical line action of buoyancy is the angle of release. Going to just review the survey, and we back to the Jupiter angle of release become 45 degrees. From the basic our trigonometry from our old school day, most of navigator knows the right angle triangle, how to find the tangent theta is opposite divided by the adjacent. From this right angle triangle, we can be seen the opposite side of the triangle is given by the DVC. And the adjacent side is, we can assume as the GM. When we using the transverse center of gravity, sometimes we know as in our candidate life as GGH. Distance to both ends double, either. Anyway. Alternatively, the list may be found by the use of listing moment. Assuming that Sun and we back Jupiter is upright initially, then due to cargodynamic separation, she will move transversely side to side. The overall TCG also can be found by the during our candidate light formula is TCG equal to total transverse moment. Transverse. This is very rarely case. We used to apply the longitudinal center of gravity. Mostly is particle center of gravity. In this case, total transverse movement. We have to find movement. Within my scope is maybe limited, but this case is also not regardless of the riding movement, because the riding movement curve is including the buoyancy. In this case, there is no buoyancy problem. In the riding movement or the moment of statical stability is the GZ indicate the transverse distance between the center of buoyancy and gravity, and therefore give us the idea of the direction of the torque or riding moment is adding in. The value of riding moment at any angle of he sometimes known as the moment of statical stability can be found by multiplying the riding level by the displacement. For any vessel, a curve or riding moment can be produced, which shows how the riding moment varies with he angle. As that riding moment is the GZ multiplied by a constant value, the riding moment curve looks identical to the GZ curve. That is only difference being the value on the y-axis. Writing moment curve is useful for the two reasons. Firstly, we can be used to predict the angle of heat or a vessel. When a vessel is heat, a healing moment due to external force such as wind and wave generated. When this equals the writing moment created by the vessel, a steady state or remain, and the vessel heat is in steady angle. The healing moment at any angle can be calculated and overlapped onto the writing moment curve, and the first point of the intersection is the listing or healing moment. That is equal to the writing moment. And so, if her listing moment and writing moment is equal, she must be in conditional equilibrium. So, the ambivert Jupiter case also, we could not apply the writing moment. So, if we could not apply the writing moment, let's see, we have to go the dynamical stabilities. Dynamical stability also work done. That is the torque multiplied by the angle. That is simply when a vessel is rolling, the torque resisting the roll is the writing moment. Therefore, the total writing moment multiplied by the total angle or roll through gives the work done in rolling a vessel. This value is equivalent to the area under the writing moment curve. The area under the writing moment curve is known as the dynamical stability. Also, all our stability is really based on the physics. Alternatively, we can say dynamic stability is the energy. The energy means the capacity to do work is very closely related to the work done. When a ship is inclined by the external sea forces, the work done in incline is changing to one energy from to another. The vessel will then possess a potential energy from her position. For a given heat condition, the more stable the vessel is, the higher will be the potential energy for a given vessel. The dynamic stability can also be defined as the energy that the vessel possesses to right herself, roll back to upright, due to work done by the external forces in inclining her. In this case, the potential energy changes into the kinetic energy, resulting in the ship rolling back toward the upright when the wave forces causing the heat passes. Thus, the measure of dynamic stability is the measurement of the ship potential energy to return to the initial upright position when heat by external force. That means the power of turning, rolling back, is the best stability in the dynamic sense. This one also we can apply for the sand vessel outside loaded and Jupiter. So as how we say, complying with the stability criteria does not ensure immunity against capsizing. In this grain code also, if we compare with the most famous healing moment from the grain cargo, the IMO requirement, stability requirement, the interstability characteristic or any ship carrying bulk grain shall be shown to meet throughout the voyage at least the following criteria after taking into account in manner described in part B of this code. And in this healing moment due to grain ship. If compared with the sand vessel outside loaded, MB back Jupiter is healing moment due to outside cargo dynamic separation. The grain criteria, the angle of heat due to the shift of grain shall not be greater than 20. But unfortunately, the MB back Jupiter angle heat due to the dynamic spacing is beyond the angle of heat 45 degree. So the ship definitely sunk very definitely. And not only this one, not only this effect, she will suffer the another thing is this creating the dynamic separation of the car from the liquefaction cargo, maybe simultaneously existing the all whole cargo hold. How terrible the free surface movement in all cargo hold. So combined effect, I think. This is in my opinion, the internet free surface movement would be creating in the all cargo hold due to dynamic separation from outside cargo. And also, due to the external effect, is the angle list. This combined effect. Because this one is also including the Newton's first law. What is Newton's first law is, if there is no external force, any kind, a particle initially in motion at a constant velocity will continue to remain in the same state of motion. Again, although external forces are simultaneously acting on a particle, if the resultant of the applied forces is zero, the initial state of the particle will not be changed. It is more correct to say force changes the state of motion rather than to force causes motion. This is one property of the force. Newton's first law is expressed the idea of inertia. Inertia is the natural property of a body which is resists the change of its state of motion. But the inertia of the body that we are substituting and we back Jupiter cargo outside. Those outside cargo would be reluctant to start moving. Indeed. But the low pressure and adverse weather warning also she already received. So, very sure, those outside cargo reluctance is to stop once it has begun moving. So to do scenario, you may see, you may able to see. In fact, the Newton's first law is the often referred as the law of inertia. Because main the stable loss reason is the free surface effect. Is very significant in this case. Finally, this is what we say. We must conclude the Edokov. And may I repeat a sentence that I learned by heart. Compliance with the stability criteria does not ensure immunity against capsizing. Thank you for watching.